We begin tonight with continuing coverage of what's been a very active evening of monsoon storms.
Yeah, we saw some big ones packing a punch in some areas, especially the East Valley. Old trees, this one over 100 years old coming down. Also localized flooding, power outages still causing problems tonight. In fact, more than 3,100 customers still without power, mostly in the East Valley. And how about this wall of dust? Maybe it hit your neighborhood. Maybe your pool is a mess right now. Well defined starting in the Southeast Valley and then really moving its way northward. And we were on air throughout the 4 and 5 o'clock hours tracking this dust across much of the East Valley.
Yeah, that one's stretching for miles there across the horizon. Well, tonight's storms also causing some major headaches out at Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport. Conditions were so bad at one point that a ground stop went into effect. That's since been lifted, but 460 total flights were still delayed out at Sky Harbor. Right now, the airport says that flights are delayed by an average of about 45 minutes. Good evening, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us. For 12 News at 10, I'm Kariba Devine.
And I'm Troy Hayden. Mark has the night off tonight. Arizona's monsoon in full force this afternoon. Those storms doing a lot of damage. So we have team coverage bringing you the very latest tonight.
That's right. We'll check in with meteorologist Lindsay Riley coming up in just a minute. But first, we want to send it out live to 12 News journalist Chase Golightly. He is in Ahwatukee tonight. And Chase, what are you seeing in Ahwatukee?
Well, Kariba, Troy, I'll tell you, we lost count of how many downed trees we saw throughout the valley today because of today's storm. But I do want to go ahead and show you this situation right here on Ray Road in Ahwatukee. Crews had just finished chopping up this giant tree that had actually taken over 2 lanes of the road. What's also left behind it appears to be a light pole that was carrying some sort of speed trap camera that crews literally just moved to the side. And as you look more down the road here on Ray, you can see crews are still actively working to remove those trees that have fallen onto the road, pushing them off to the side. Again, this is just one area that was hit so hard by today's storm. Earlier today, we were actually in the East Phoenix area right when the rain and hail hit. It started out like this. Near 52nd Street and Thomas Roan, rain coming down while the sun was still out. Then within just 20 minutes, it changed to complete chaos. As that hail's really starting to pelt down on the ground with the rain. Pea-sized hail relentlessly coming down, forcing many drivers to seek shelter.
It was like a little hurricane over there.
Just surprised, it's just like bam.
Many could see the storm coming, but didn't expect this.
Never thought this will happen. I was like thinking, oh, we're not gonna get anything.
Then once the hail and rain stopped,
The streets were like rivers up there in Arcadia.
streets were flooded to the point where you couldn't even see the sidewalk curb as homeowners walked out and saw what was destroyed,
There's a lot of trees down here.
including Barry Paisley.
We were actually checking the trucks to make sure we weren't getting hail damage on them, and then turned around and looked out, and this Modesto ash was literally crossing Osborne all the way across. So
He had to use his truck to move the tree out of the road, a tree that's been in his yard longer than most have lived.
these trees go back 80 to 100 years.
Yanilda also dealt with the damage, her cinder block wall leveled by the storm.
It was like literally, or it was a tornado, or it was something that you only see like in a hurricane. Like I said, me from the Dominican Republic, we saw these things happen, but over here, never, not in Phoenix.
Apart from countless broken trees and torn down walls, several thousand people were without power at intersections, homes, and businesses,
Our electricity has never gone out this long.
including Los Armandos, a family-owned restaurant that has been in business for 25 years.
We didn't know what to do. We didn't know what was going on. The windows were going crazy. We seen the storm come from nowhere.
Telling customers to stay inside and wait for the storm to pass.
So we're just going through a lot, but overall, we're just making sure our customers, the community, and our employees are always safe.
As more rain picked back up. As you can see, crews are still actively working to clean up all this mess that was left behind here in Ahwatukee and again across the valley, but there really is no time frame on when everything is going to be back up and running. So if you are heading into work tomorrow, be sure to give yourself plenty of time on the roadways because you don't know what you might run into. We're live in Ahwatukee tonight. Chase Golightly, 12 News.